come on in. SawDoctor's the name. Wood technology is my game. I'm really glad you visited because I've just discovered something really exciting. Come and have a look at this. Everyone, this afternoon we're going to look at how wood swells and shrinks. Now, if you've been to the Wood Technology website, you might have seen a video by my friend Jim and his grandson Spencer, who shows you just what an enormous amount of water there is in wood. Well, in the living tree that's no problem, but when we bring it into build our houses and put floors down, it starts to lose moisture. And that's good because the strength increases, becomes more resistant to insects eating it and so on. But it can be a problem. If wood swells in service, we can get the floors coming up and windows jamming and things like that. So I've prepared a little demonstration and I've got my assistant Laura here to help me. And we've taken a little piece of tree and I've cut it so that I've taken a board out of the middle like this. And you can see that the growth rings run vertically in the board. Now, I've taken lots of slices like this and joined them together to make a piece 500 millimeters long. Now I've also cut some pieces from the outside of the tree, and you can see here that the growth rings run that way. And again, I've joined them all up. And finally, I've cut a piece of wood out of the length of the tree, so the grain's running the long way. When my wife's not practicing for the Great British Bake Off, I can make use of her kitchen. And I put my wood samples before the experiment into the oven, so at 102 degrees, so they'll dry out completely and shrink as much as possible. There we are, nice and dry. No soggy bottoms here. Okay, so here are the specimens I've set up. Here are the ones cut from the centre of the tree. It's a bit humpy-bumpy, but that's difficult gluing it up. And this is the ones from the outside of the tree, and this is the long grain. And they're fixed in this little jig, so they're held at the end. Now we're going to place it into the tank and immerse it in water, like so. But you can see we need a bit more water, so I'm going to ask my assistant to come along and top it up until we've completely submerged them. To keep them steady, because right now they float, I'm going to put a little weight on them to hold them in place, but as soon as they start to expand, they'll hold themselves in place. There we are. Now keep an eye on the clock, because wood takes up water fairly slowly, and this will take a little while. The experiment's only been going a short while, and you can see that the timber from the outside of the log is really starting to arch up, but the cut from the radius of the tree, about half as much. And the lengthways of the tree, well, it's hardly moved at all, and that's the way it is. But in a few hours' time, I expect this to be at least twice as high. Wasn't that great? I love that. Every time I do an experiment, it really excites me. Hey, you will come back again, won't you? Just knock on the door anytime. Be pleased to see you. We'll do some more experiments, yeah? Bye.